This video, I just want to get right into it. I'm just here because I feel like God put a message in my heart to give to you guys and to myself as well. Because I think that I do like to empathize with my subscribers about, and people that watch me, is that I'm not perfect. I'm not a role model at all. I make my mistakes. But it's like really important that you like learn from your mistakes and you be fair to yourself that, you know, you were a different person when you do make those mistakes. And so I make it a extra effort that like people that subscribe to me, like people in my community, I don't like call people fan base. I prefer to call people supporters. I do feel like being like vulnerable and human in the sense of like not being like the perfect influencer is very important to me, and I make sure that my subscribers understand that. So yeah, I want to say something that's been on my heart and like just honestly just pour it all out. It's been on my mind for a few days and I just wanted to pass it on to you guys because I feel like it's only right. And yeah, so welcome to the video. Make sure to like and subscribe and join our family, and let's just get right into the video. Definitely something I do want to start with is having perfection syndrome. I do suffer from that every once in a while where like I feel like if something's not perfect, I don't start it. If something's not the way I want it to be, I don't start it. Like I am very much someone who likes to prepare for things. And that's good, but not at the same time. So yeah, I definitely want to say to people that go through that, like if you ever had like a dream, if you have a goal, if you want to start social media, if you want to start a business, if you want to animate, or like if you have any goal that you know God has put on your heart, I'm here to tell you to just start it. Make a small effort, you know, like do something that will, you know, slowly work you towards that goal. It could be working on it for 5 minutes a day, an hour a day. You know, like if something has been put on your heart to do, I definitely advise you to do it because I feel like honestly, like we're really all on borrowed time, and it's scary to say, but it's also beautiful because in the same token, it's like the time is more precious. And I feel like when we waste time, or not waste time, but use time on like the past or the what ifs or the fear of rejection, which I'll get into later, it's like we waste the time that God has given us to do the things that have been put on our heart. And for me, I've done that. I spent a whole year preparing for something that I started within 2 months this year. And I'm very grateful that I'm here to have the strength to, I'm getting emotional, put myself out there. And like I have people in my life that make things comfortable enough for me to put myself out there, and I'm just really grateful. I just want to thank the people that do watch me, subscribers, non-subscribers, like people that play a role in my goal and my dream to be an influencer. Little do you know, you watching this and like you being a part of this journey with me is more than like anything. Like it's worth more than money. And so I say this to say, start. I started, and honestly, it's been a slow start. I promised myself I would post every week. Have I done that? Check my channel. I have not. So it's just like, but I'm not hard on myself. I'm patient, and I think that's another thing to say is like, I'm patient with myself, and you should be very patient with yourself because we all are living for the first time. And it's like, yeah, we could have started a year ago. We could have started 2 years ago. We could have started when we were 16. However, I feel like everyone's journey is different, and every single thing happens for a reason, regardless if you feel like you're late or not. I do feel like everyone has a time. Everyone has a season. Personally, in my opinion, I feel like my season is coming up very soon. By the grace of God. By the grace of God. I feel like my season is coming really soon. I'm just going to continue to pray, continue to be humble, continue to hope for the best that, you know, the goals that I have for myself come to fruition, which God wouldn't put it on my heart if, you know, it wasn't meant to be. And that's something that you have to understand as well. You may seem or feel like it's impossible, but I want to tell you personally, like this, I'm holding your hand right now. You can do it. You can do whatever you put your mind to, but I need you to understand that it's not easy, because if it was, everyone would do it. Whatever it is you want to do, it's not going to get done in one day. And you have to understand that. And you have to understand that it's a process. You have to understand that it's a journey. You have to understand that you have to include God in your journey. Because if you don't, and you feel like you can do it on your own, He will make it an example that you can't. He will let you know that you can't. And some people may rub in the wrong way, but you need to understand that He put this dream in your heart. And that He wants to see it through with you. And He can't do that if you shut Him out. I'm getting the chills. It's a beautiful thing. Life is beautiful, and there's so much time that we have. I feel like people always like yearn for the past and and worry about the future, but like it should be the opposite. I look at my past and I understand how far I've come. I don't yearn to be back in that, because when I was in it, it wasn't as good. We glorify the past because it's not the present, and we don't know the future. So I definitely say enjoy the present. That's another thing I want to say. Live in the present. Appreciate what you have before you lose it. Another reason why I haven't been on my channel is because I did lose my mom last year, and it took a mental toll more than I would like to admit. But after healing and understanding that everything happens for a reason, I've become closer with my grandparents. I've become closer with my sister. And I have to understand that, yes, it does suck. And I miss my mother so much. I still have people I have to love here. I still have people that I need to appreciate. There are people that still need me. And I think that, being present really is something. I feel like a lot of people, when it's their time, they look back at their life with regret because they feel like, oh, I didn't do enough, or I wasn't there with them enough. And I honestly had that happen with my mom, but I think that you come to realize that like you can change that now. There are people you could be talking to now, texting now, calling now. I am a victim of someone who is not as present in my grandparents' lives as much as I want to be, but I'm working on that. And that's another thing, is like you shouldn't be hard on yourself, because no one's perfect. You're never going to be the perfect mother, the perfect daughter, or perfect son, or perfect father, perfect grandmother, grandchild, grandfather, aunt, cousin, you name it. You're never going to be a perfect anything. You're never going to be a perfect student. You're going to make mistakes. And I think that like understanding that like mistakes are a part of the journey is what makes the journey so amazing, because you come to realize that, yes, this sucks, or yes, I could have did better, but actually realizing it and realizing that you could do better helps you realize that you can do better in the future. And I think that's another thing of being excited for the future. You handle things better. You learn. You experience better bonds because now you know how to handle them. You learn from your mistakes. You heal. And I feel like a big thing for me was like letting go. I've been hurt a lot in my life. I think a lot of people have. If you have, comment down below. I want to hear it. I get it. And I think that, that hurt can affect you even when you feel like it doesn't. And I think coming to peace with stuff like that is very important, because like you could die tomorrow. Don't die with regret, my love. I don't think that that's something that we really expect. We don't expect death. And it's a scary topic. A lot of us are scared of just death itself. A lot of us are scared of the pain. A lot of us are scared of just what happens after. What if we just are nothing after? What if we're just a tombstone and that's it? But as scary as death is, I think it gives us something beautiful. it gives us urgency, it gives us time, it gives us the need to fall in love. Because I feel like there is this quote I saw where it's like, people want to be married so they have a witness to their lives. Look at my cat. Leah, you want to say hi to the YouTube? Yeah? Okay. But yeah, people want a witness to their lives. People want someone that's going to say, yeah, you know, we're a million people in this world, billions, millions of people. And, you know, really, it's very easy to think that our lives don't matter because there's so many lives on this, like, planet. And it's just, like, it feels really good to have that one person that's like, yeah, there are all these lives, but your life is intertwined with mine. Your life will be witnessed because I'll be your witness. You know, I feel like that's something that's so beautiful. This generation low-key is a little cut when it comes to dating. I don't know. It's a little cut. But I still have faith because I love love and I'm a loving person. And I think that you should be too. So that's another thing too, like not being afraid to love unconditionally. I definitely think that, like, I had a journey. Hi, Luna. Aww. Hi, sweetie. That's Luna right there. But I definitely had a journey where, you know, I felt like I was like loving and I gave my all. And I actually had that conversation with my grandmother today. It was a very great conversation where, like, you give your all to someone and it still ends up not being enough. That's very scary. So, like, understanding that when things don't work out with certain situations, it's not a reflection of your worth, but a reflection of their character. I think learning that really helped me love more comfortably and not be afraid to love, because I think that love can be very scary when you're so vulnerable in a world that's so cold, and like trying to be warm and understanding with a world that's not very understanding. I think that it can be scary for anyone, but then something that I learned, and something that I go by a lot, is like, I would rather be vulnerable and I'd rather be warm instead of soulless, you know, in a shell of myself. And I feel like a lot of people feel like they have to be that way, but I'm here to tell you that you don't. I'm here to tell you that love exists. I'm here to tell you good people exist. I'm telling you that light exists in this world and there is better for you. And there is still hope in humanity. Good still exists. We may focus on the bad because social media has a way of highlighting that kind of stuff. But that's when you moderate your For You page. You start following Hope Court, like corny TikTok videos and stuff, you know? So I think that just be patient, that everything that is meant for you will come. That could be love, that could be success, that could be your career, that could be money, that could be anything in your life, anything you want, anything you're yearning for. Just know that it's coming, but it's coming on God's time. That's what you have to realize. Sometimes your season is a waiting season. Sometimes you're just waiting on the first flower to bloom. Sometimes you gotta wait through the winter. Some places have winter, some places have snow, some don't. But regardless of how severe your winter may be, you have to understand that everyone's journey is different because everyone's destination is different. And I would like to ideally think that everyone's destination is exactly where they want to be. So just trust that you just got to keep walking. You just have to keep moving. And when you need to rest, do that. Don't feel bad like resting. Humans were meant to rest. We were in a time frame where we had to hunt for everything that we needed. Rest was still a priority. I feel like hustle culture in this country, specifically in America, it's teaching us that we need to work, hustle. We gotta get to the next big thing. But honestly, like, you wouldn't expect your car to drive without gas, right? Why would you expect that from your body? Allow yourself rest. Give yourself time to heal, to feel, to be able to do better. Because if you're always moving, you'll forget what rest is eventually. And once you get to that point, it's very hard to turn out of that. So I just really hope that, this video resonated with you guys. It's very short, but it was only because I felt like a lot of these things were on my heart because I need to understand them myself, and also like I wanted to preach them to you guys. I feel like I'm in very much a delicate season of like God is showing me that there is better for me, and I'm passing that energy on to you guys and hoping that every single one of you watching this gets everything that you want out of life. I hope that you continue to watch me on this journey. I hope that, you guys continue to support me. I'm very grateful for your support. If you didn't make it to the end of this video, you have no idea how much this matters. Like, this is definitely something that I've always wanted to do since I was young. I never felt comfortable or felt like I had the opportunity to do so. So, like, just getting out of the mind frame of, like, everything has to be perfect and just picking up my camera and just speaking through, like the screen to you guys. I'm grateful, and I'm grateful that you made it to this far. So thank you so much. If you guys could like and subscribe, that would mean the world to me. And yeah, I hope you guys get to see some of my cats in my video, because those are my babies, those are my children, and hopefully you guys get to see a little more of them. But thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. That's Leah. Hi, Leah. Hi, Leah. And yeah, love you guys. Bye.